Good afternoon, book lovers of the internet. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because for every subscriber, I get a new subscriber, and I also read a page from a book of my choice. So, we have done several genre and many mediums on this channel. However, I don't think that we have ever covered drama, except for some hate comments here and there. So that is why in today's video, I will be speaking about Blasted by Sarah Kane. So this is a play I had to study and read for university, and my mother very kindly printed it out for me. So if you're watching, thank you so much for going out of your way to print this for me. This was a very quick read. It has about 60 pages, and I rated it 2 out of 5 stars. So my first impression was this basically: what the fuck have I just read? I think I need to soak my eyes in bleach for a couple of seconds and also put a bullet in my head like many characters in the play did to forget the sort of filth that I've just had to endure. Once again, for university purposes, by the way. And I wouldn't say it is particularly well written. There is nothing that is indeed original here, and the author only relies on the shock factor to keep the readers or the viewers engaged. Kind of like Chuck Palahniuk sort of thing or an Irvine Welsh sort of thing, but it's not even particularly original or interesting. So, um, I suppose it could also be compared to Junji Ito's work, but this one doesn't even have anything imaginative. It is all really based on events that could very much happen in real life. And as I mentioned, I had to read this for university, and I must say that I am glad it was an extremely quick read because I am very disappointed by the choices certain professors make. But I suppose I can write extensively about this, and this would be a very good play to include in many of my essays for assignments and for exams because it is so dense and so much is going on, but at the same time, so much is left to be taught about rather than explained, and it is absolutely horrible, but still I blame the author rather than the story or the characters for the quality. So, Kate and Ian have to be some of the most horrible characters I've read about in quite some time, which isn't a bad thing, and maybe part of the reason why I didn't rate this play any less. And then the soldier is introduced, and he brags about how much of a worse person than Ian he actually is. So, to put things into perspective very quickly, so this might come across as a bit of a spoiler, but um, basically, we have Kate who bites Ian's dick. She doesn't bite it off, she just bites it to make him feel pain the same way he does her. Then we have Ian who rapes, manipulates, and also threatens Kate. Psychological manipulation is also happening. The soldier speaks about tying children from the ceiling by their testicles after killing family members. And then Ian eats a baby, so we also have cannibalism after having his eyes sucked out by the soldier, which, as you can see, is all completely vile and disgusting. And I'm not even sure whether I should be able to speak about these things on YouTube, but since I am reviewing a play, I suppose I will not get cancelled for it, maybe. But these are my first impressions. I doubt that I will ever read this again. So, not quite sure how they managed to stage all of this for the first time in 1995, apparently. But the only thing that's blasted is now perhaps my love for plays, which wasn't much there to begin with. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to look at drama in the same way ever again after reading this. And this is contemporary drama, so it's something that's more modern and completely horrible, completely fucked up, completely um, goes against certain social norms. So the thing about the Civil War, there are people mentioning the Civil War, and in other reviews, this doesn't even quite come through. It's not very obvious. It's very peripheral, and the suspense didn't even live up to my expectations. I wasn't really expecting this to be this way. I wouldn't say that Kane should be praised for writing such horrible things, even though she did kill herself in 1999. So the author did off herself many years ago now, but I don't think that people should give her brownie points or feel as though her writing is much better now that she killed herself. I think that something that is terrible should be regarded as such, regardless of who the author is or what they've done with their own lives. That is just my criticism of the play and of the author. So if she is considered to be one of the best, probably because of sympathy points, might I add, then the others must be absolute nightmares. And yes, I understand that that is a very, very ironic comment, considering that this play was an absolute nightmare as well. And we have the hotel completely being um, blasted apart because of the war going on. But there is Ian who is always on edge, holding a gun, and there are a lot of racist and homophobic remarks as well. And then karma catches up to him, which is very interesting to see. But at the same time, as I mentioned, Kane just relies on the shock factor to keep the readers interested, and she does it in a very short span of pages so that readers don't get caught up in a lot of description, which would make this even more boring. So even though it was short and horrible, um, I suppose the general idea was fine, even though not original, and it was shocking. So the purpose intended, I suppose, did come across. It just absolutely wasn't for me. So, and in terms of shock factor, this one was compared by another reviewer to the video on YouTube called Two Girls, One Cup. So I think that is an absolutely valid comment. But anyway, that is all I had to say about Blasted by Sarah Kane. Um, if you think of this author highly, do let me know in the comment section. Let me know whether there are some other plays by her I should check out, even though I don't think I will anyway. And if there are some recommendations for drama you might have, especially contemporary drama which could help me with my exam, I would gladly appreciate all your comments and I will certainly reply to them. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and do anything you can to keep the channel alive and help me get a silver play button by the end of the year. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully very, very soon. Bye, guys.